So for all the men out there who are like, oh, women don't want to chase us anymore because they're all boss babing their way through life and they're financially independent. Most of us are broke as fuck. Most women like myself are struggling financially in this economy. Half of my wage goes towards rent. And despite this, many women still don't want to find a man. Not because they're thriving. I'm certainly not thriving. I'm fucking flirting with financial ruin. But would rather be broke and alone than with you going 50-50, putting up with your bullshit and giving us the bare minimum.
They are over it, guys. Well, nobody's gonna be surprised that men are over it too. Like, if you don't care about men, the feeling is mutual, madam, because it's never been easier, guys, to not care about women, to not pursue women, to not want women, or to not want to deal with them at all, you know. But we'll go into a couple TikToks explaining why that is the case. So welcome back all to the desert, guys. I noticed that around Christmas more people are watching. I don't know if it's because people have more free time or because you're in some you know, you are on the wave of ho-ho-hos, or maybe it's simply because you're looking for a warmer desert in the colder times, guys. But let's move on to the requirements to date this princess over here. Let's have a listen.
These are some of the requirements to date moi. Number 1, emotional maturity. If you can't communicate like an adult, don't even bother. Number 2, I need consistency. Not random energy, not hot and cold BS. Consistency, okay? Number 3, you need to make me feel safe. That means you don't flirt with other girls, you don't compare me to other girls, you don't disrespect me and like try to disguise it as fucking honesty. Number 4, you need to choose me very clearly. To date me,
Okay, let's stop with the arrogance. Just to think about how she cannot provide none of the things mentioned. Emotional maturity, yeah, women don't have that. What was the second? Consistency, I think. Not something women can... You can rely on women for, you know, the initiator of 70% of the divorces. They'll dump your ass first thing in the morning if they are bored. What was the second one? I think it was... like stability or something like this, which again women cannot provide because they have mood swings every 5 minutes. The fourth one, choose her fully. She won't choose you fully, right? She's been with probably 20 people already, constantly looking for the next best thing. So, you know, something you're aware of, like women cannot provide the things they require. But we'll actually move on to that topic on our next TikTok. Let's continue with this woman.
you need to claim me, babes. I'm not an option and I will never be an option. I'm not some backup, okay? You either choose me or you don't. Bye. Number 5, you need to respect my sensitivity, okay? I'm soft because I choose to be soft. Not everyone gets that privilege of seeing my soft side. So flip and handle my heart carefully and properly. Number 6, match my loyalty. If you still need attention from other women, you're just not ready for me. You're really not. And you need to stay as far away from me as possible. Number 7, you need to have depth.
How are you liking the hand gestures, by the way, guys? I know if all of you are watching, but take a look back at this. She looks like Jackie Chan.
It's not ready for me. You're really not. And you need to stay as far away from me as possible.
Damn, take a look at the karate moves.
Number 7, you need to have depth. If everything about you is surface level, honestly, I won't even give you the time of day. I really wouldn't. I need to be mentally stimulated. Otherwise, I'm not interested. Number 8, you need to support my goals. If my success threatens you, move aside. Number 9, bring me peace, not problem, not drama. I'm just not entertaining emotional chaos anymore. Like, I'm so over that. Anyway, that's it. If you can't meet any of these, don't fucking bother.
I mean, they sound good, right? They sound good. She didn't mention the being 6'1", by the way, but yeah. that is like a constant with these women. She didn't mention it, but it's there. But otherwise, good things she mentioned, right? I wish so much for them to be true, guys. The world will be such a beautiful place if that is what women actually wanted. But can you recall the last time you tried giving a woman peace? How did that go, guys? How did that went for you? Because, guys, peace sells, okay? But who's buying? That's the question. That's what I'm asking. Men are out here with peace, but who's buying? Nobody. Nobody's buying. Okay, let's move on to this one, guys. And this is a matchmaker, all right? And she's telling us about the people she is not giving her time to because it's a waste. Because even women, guys, when coaching all the women are like, yeah, I'm not dealing with this. And she mentioned some men as well. So let's take a look.
You guys ready for part 2? And by the way, I'm just going to repeat this again. These are people that I'm excluding from my matchmaking pool, okay? I'm not saying that these people will never be able to find what they're looking for. If they do, great for them. I have limited time and energy, and I'm only willing to expend that on people who have realistic and feasible requirements. In my opinion, these people are difficult to match because they are not self-aware about what they themselves are bringing to the table. Usually, they're not bringing exactly what they are asking for, and they have no flexibility and are unwilling to compromise.
So women, in other words, right? They don't bring to the table what they're asking for, just like the last one. They have unreal expectations while providing nothing in return, a diluted idea of what they bring to the table. So, in other words, guys, women.
So anyway, let's get into it. Here are profiles that I've rejected from my matchmaking pool. Okay, the first one. Female, 34, based in the US, paralegal, in my opinion, average looking, and does not want to work after marriage. And her requirements are that she wants a partner who is romantic, someone who will split household duties, and she wants a high value man. Now, people look for trophy partners all the time, except the trophy partners are usually bringing something to the table, and I don't think that she's bringing enough for what she's asking for. Okay, next one. Male, 27, based in Pakistan, architect, average to slightly above average looking, 6 feet tall. Requirements. Must be based in the US because he's previously worked with Americans and is intrigued by the culture. Any profession. Can be older. It's okay if she's divorced. It's okay if she has children. Sir, it would be much easier and much shorter for you to just say that you want a green card. Rejected.
Okay. So we have Rakesh over here from Pakistan. Who's looking for the green card. He's like, man, I don't care. I don't care if she's single, divorced, you know, missing one eye, husky. I don't care, bro. Just give me an American lady. Because he's intrigued by your culture, guys. Well, most of yours culture. So outside of Rakesh, for now, we have one woman who, according to her, is not pursuing marriage, wants a high-value man. Which, what does that mean, guys? It basically means, let me put it into words to be more concrete. You have to fulfill each and every of her demands. At all time, they may pop up. That's what a high-value man is. If you do something that she doesn't like at any point during the day, she'll tell you, oh, that's not masculine of you. You're not being a high-value man. So, high-value man, in other words, she wants it to be Prince Charming, but at the same time, in the way she sees it, right? You have to appeal to each of her demands. And in return, this woman says she was average looking. Now, you know how women are, right? They'll post like a picture of a hippo and they'll say, oh, queen, you're so beautiful. I wish I was like you. So coming from this woman, guys, average looking, yeah, she's probably a 2 on a good day. But anyway, and she was 30-something, my hell. Let's continue.
Okay, next one. Female, 36, based in the US, product manager. She's 5'2", and I would say average looking and overweight. And she said, attraction is important to me. I want someone who takes care of himself, is fit, hygienic, and goes to the gym 4 to 5 times a week. I want either a doctor or a lawyer, someone who is a high earner. He must also have a full head of hair, no tattoos, and have no gray in his beard if he has one. So this one's a rejection.
How do you feel about that one, guys? Eh? Do you qualify? Oh, Hidan, I'm 6 feet tall and I'm a high earner, but I don't go to the gym 4 days a week, only 3. Well, you don't qualify for an overweight 30-something, I think she mentioned. Sorry, you're not up to her level, guys.
For me, because she has very specific requirements about the level of attraction, the level of fitness, the profession, and the level of income. Meanwhile, I don't really see anything that she's bringing to the table that will make any one of these people want her back. And so,
hey, isn't that a good question? Like, let's say you find this man. Now the question becomes, why will a high earning man who is tall and fit want to be with an overweight 30-something, quote-unquote, average-looking woman. Why? Just why? If I want an overweight, average-looking 30-something-year-old, I can have millions of them. It's millions of them. Most women are there. Most women are in that boat. Why will I choose this particular woman, you know, when I can go for less of a headache? But these women, guys, they never ask that question. They never do. They have their list of demands, just like this one, right? The previous one. They have their, like, how do you call it? Bucket list? Price list? So it was some list, a shopping list. Anyway, they have their list with like 13 things on there. And they never ask themselves, okay, even if I find this person that happens to be top 5% of men, why will he want to be with me? Like, what do I bring to the table? What do I offer? In what way have I made myself desirable for men? They never ask that, guys. And that's why a lot of them are single. And as you can see, not even matchmakers want to deal with them, guys, because it's a waste of time and money. It's a waste. They know it won't work out.
I think it will be a difficult match to make. Okay, and last one. Male, 45, based in the US, software engineer, divorced with 2 kids. I prefer someone who has never been married. If they are divorced, they should not have any children. I do not want any more children. I'd prefer someone in her mid-30s. She has to be beautiful and willing to support our household. Sounds like you want a pretty young maid. And what is she getting out of this? Rejected.
Money. So it's funny, guys. It's funny because the examples that she gives of men who she doesn't want to deal with, men who she doesn't want to matchmake, one guy who's obviously looking for a green card, which fine, right? But this man, I don't see anything wrong. He's a software engineer, right? He gotta have money. And he wants a younger woman. That's no problem. Women prefer older men, so that's no problem. That's mutual, you know? That's an interest for the woman too. Women don't want to date men their same age. Number 2, he provides money. He provides a house, a roof over their heads. He pays the bills. He provides the money. And he wants a woman who supports with things around the house. And look, not all women will want this. Women are absolutely fine to not want this. But a lot of women want exactly that. They want money and they want providing. You know? I genuinely see nothing wrong with this man. You know why? Because he provides something. And he provides something that women want, which is money. What did the women provide, guys? The woman in the example, she gave 2 women and 2 men, right? What did the 2 women provide? Nothing. Literally nothing, guys. Nothing that men look after. Now, if you ask them, what do you provide? They'll say, oh, I have a university degree and I have 3 cats and, you know, my presence. Okay, but name something men actually care about. Nothing, guys. They have nothing on their plate. But now, let's move on to our articles, fellas. The first one titled, Is it weird for men in their 30s to hook up with girls that are 18 to 19? No. My friend is 33 and set his age range on Tinder from 18 to around 50. So, casting the wide net. Can't remember completely, but the lowest were 18. He has hooked up with some 18-year-olds. Yeah, what did I tell you? Women don't care, guys, to go after men that are over a decade older. But he doesn't date them. Is this something that is completely fine or odd? As you can see, a lot of comments, guys. I see nothing wrong with it. It's been the norm always. Women prefer to date older men, and women have always preferred younger women, which is why you have the wall, right, above 30. Here we have one person. I tried dating a girl who was 20 when I was 30. I figured she pursued me. She's pretty and nice, and I don't have a long line of pretty women waiting around for a shot at me. Ultimately, I wasn't able to get over the age gap, and so cut it off. Gay, right? That's just gay. I'm kidding, but why can't you get over the age gap? I've talked with some men, guys, and they say, like, oh, women like that are too immature, which I do get, right? I do get that women who are older tend to have some of them ahead on their shoulders. But women in general are, like, immature by default, so, you know, like, do you really care if they are more or less of it? I don't know, not something I personally care about, guys. Another comment says there is no 20-year-old who can pursue a 30-year-old man who didn't want to be caught. Ironically, you all never have 20-year-old guy friends. Another one says, I'm 36, I will never go that young. I'd feel like a predator and creep. Oh, good for you. More women for us, right? Genuinely, how can a guy, like, not want to date someone younger? Oh no, she's too young and attractive and fertile. No, I don't want that. Come on, guys. I'm 37, and to me, anyone younger than 28 is basically a child. What? I'd even have to think twice about dating someone as old as 30. What in the hell, guys? What are these men about? No, all the better. More women for us, right? I personally, guys, I have no problem with dating someone who is 15, 18. Edit that out. No problem at all, right? The younger the better, guys, I tell you. Now, there's something to be said about women are like raisins, right? The more wrinkly they are, the sweeter. There's something true about that. Look, at the end of the day, guys, it's all ages. I don't care. All ages from 18 to 75. I don't care. You know, just bring them in, guys. Gonna give them the wiener. But alright, let's move on to the other one. Is it true women get hit on by lots of men every day? What do you think, guys? I was doom scrolling a bit the other day and saw a video of a girl mentioning something along the lines of, do you know how many men I've wanted and not got? None. And do you know how many men have wanted me but didn't get me? Hundreds. And plenty of other women seem to resonate. And I've always got the impression that any woman can basically get a ton of interest simply by being somewhat visible on the internet. It's not even on the internet, guys. Like, these women get so much attention. They go to the mall, attention. They go to a restaurant, attention. And you've seen them. I know you have. Right? You're at the gym, you're working out, and the cashier gets hit on by like 5 times in a single day. You've seen it. You know? How true is this? This person asks. I'm not the best looking guy, and I always have this nagging suspicion on the back of my head that why will I bother approaching a woman? She's probably been approached by a bunch of guys more handsome, taller, with a better job than me, and she already told them no. Yeah, that's it. Women are the ones who choose men. You don't have to do anything, guys. And if you take a look at the men who are, you know, have a lot of success with women, they are not buying flowers. They are not planning dates and doing... No, they are sitting on their asses and women throw themselves at them. That's the men that get the action, right? So that's it. You cannot buy the flowers. You cannot buy the beautiful things. You just sit there waiting for a woman to pick you. Simping doesn't work. If simping did work, you'd see the simps having a lot of women. But simps have no women, right? But let's see some of the comments, guys. I was on a date last night with a lady I've been out with about 10 times. I went to place something in the trash for 30 seconds, and I came back and she was being hit on. Then again, this same woman also approached me first when we met in a bar. Yeah, so again, women approach men first. I don't know why women complain all the time about men not approaching them, when in the end, like 99.9% of men who approach them get a no as a response. But anyway, there you go, guys. He went to throw the garbage, and in 30 seconds, someone was hitting on her. Such a common experience. I know you've seen it, guys. I know you know what I'm talking about. Even, it's crazy, guys, but even women who are 40, 50, they still get hit on. Like, it's crazy, guys. The only thing you need as a woman in order to receive attention is to not be overweight and to not live under a cave in the mountains. That's the only thing you need. And if you live in a cave in the mountains, there's probably going to be some hitchhiker that notices you too, right? It's like women can... They need to be Neo from the fucking Matrix to evade all the attention that they get by simply existing, you know? Which I'm fine with, alright? Like, men want women. Big shocker. Well, but it just raises a lot of questions, like, hey, why are you 30 and single? You know, women love that question, guys. And it's because it exposes them, it puts them on the spotlight. How come you've had all this attention and you're still single? There's something wrong, right? A woman here says, no, or maybe I'm just ugly. Yeah, maybe you're 300 pounds overweight. A woman here says, same, men treat me like air. Like air, take you for granted. when you are around, but can't live without you when you aren't around. No, if men treat you like air, like you're invisible, again, you have to be like a 1 out of 10, or you have to be overweight. And usually being a 1 out of 10 means you're overweight. Like if you're not overweight, you're gonna find it hard to be that unattractive. But let's see women, guys. Another one says, no, that is not the case unless you're hanging out in bars and clubs every night. Most people are just going about their day. Yeah, no, that's not true. Again, I see women being hit on at work, at the gym, I know, in the mall. It's like constant, guys. No, it's not about the club. I mean, at the club, it's just 10 times more, but the women get hit on all the time. Take a look at this one too. Maybe very attractive women, but I'm a woman and I almost never get hit on. Emphasis on the almost. She probably gets hit on like 3 times a day and she's like, it's almost never. That's all myths, fam. Yeah, well, let me tell you guys, it's not myths. I've mentioned this on the channel, but one of the only women I can think of throughout my entire life that have received no male attention was an overweight woman who had mental issues, was a furry, and was extremely cringe and awkward to be around. Like, there was something mentally going on there, right? And I think she turned out a lesbian. That's the only woman I can think of that I haven't seen or known that she gets attention. Like, everyone gets attention, guys. And there's so many examples of women I know who are like a 4 on a good day, and they still have like hundreds of options. So yeah, it's like, you're not fooling us. We know how this is going, right? We know how much attention women get. I know you can think of like a 55-year-old woman who's told you about her last 3 dates just this month, and these other men texting her. Like, come on. We live on this planet, we have eyes, we know what's going on, we know that women have options, and thus that raises the question, why are you still single? You know, okay, weed out all the men that want you just for your body, weed out all the men that are not good. Okay, but why are you still single though? Like, you have so many options. But anyway, guys, question for the philosophers, right? Thank you for watching. Women fatigue, hashtag women fatigue, guys. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.